So when we talk about CCNA course syllabus, this syllabus gives you an insight of these devices, that is routers and switches. Okay. So it becomes a prerequisite that you should be aware of these devices. What is the requirement of these devices? Because now we are going to deal with firewalls. If you know Cisco, Cisco is one of the largest manufacturer of networking products, security products, wireless products, and many such products. So they have their own operating system. So if you don't know that operating system in basic, you will not be able to understand the CLI or GUI of firewalls. Okay. So just I want to tell you that if you have not done your CCNA course, better go and first do CCNA course. Take or understand how the devices work, how the routers, switches work, how the CLI of the devices work, and then you can go for security. And many times people jump for security. They say, no, I like security very much. I don't like routing and switching. I don't like enterprise. Because earlier it was routing, switching, now it is enterprise. So it is not a question of likeness. I appreciate that you like security. In fact, I also love security. But when I started my career in networking, I never jumped to security. I went to first understanding routers and switches. Okay. Secondly, please, during the class session, don't disturb. That is why I kept you mute. Let me just share my screen. Okay. If you have started your video, please switch off your video. Because we don't need video. Okay. I know you guys are beautiful. I am also beautiful. So let's keep it audio. Yes, all your doubts will be cleared, guys. So the first thing I was telling you that what is the prerequisite for CCNP security, that you should be aware of CCNA course. You should know CCNA course because there are a lot of topics that are being covered in CCNA, which will be helpful for you to understand CCNP security of firewalls in a better way. Second question that is coming out is how many modules we are going to do in CCNP security. So Cisco have changed their course for, say, earlier we used to have CCNA security, but now we have only one CCNA for all the stream. And then we have a professional approach towards the topics or streams. Like for security, you have a professional, that is Cisco Certified Network Professional course. I remember those few years back when I used to teach security, there were 4 modules for covering your CCNP security, 5 modules. But now Cisco made it very simple and easy. You don't have 4-5 modules to become a CCNP security. You have one core module, that is core. Okay, shortcut for the whole certification, that is implementing and operating Cisco security core technologies. Okay. The second module is, there are options for the second module. To become a CCNP security, you have to complete 2 modules. One is core, which is compulsory. The second one can be anything. So what I have noticed, like, see, this is not just some kind of college training or school session. This is a practical oriented session, or something where you will be learning things, how to configure these devices, how to verify what you have configured, how to test it. Everything you'll be learning in this modules. So when it comes to this module, it is comprises of theory and practical. Octa Networks have built a very good setup for CCNP security. In fact, I am the one who built the rack, and you won't believe, we have given our best to make this setup. Okay. So the second module that I have noticed in industry that is more popular is VPN, virtual private network. Everyone goes for VPN. So we'll be learning the whole lot of VPN. Like once you finish this module, I don't think you have anything left regarding virtual private network. Like we'll be doing site-to-site VPN, we'll be doing remote VPN. In remote VPN, we'll be doing client-less VPN, we'll be doing AnyConnect VPN, we'll be doing DM VPN on routers, we'll be doing Get VPN, we'll be doing Flex VPN, everything. All the VPNs will be covered. Okay. So we'll be covering 2 modules. The total duration of this course will be, or in terms of hours, it will be 60 hours. That means 30 hours for score and 30 hours for VPN. Or you see, this is not independent course like individual course. I'll be covering the whole CCNP security. It is a customized course with all the important topics being kept as it is. And it will go for, say, approximately 2 months max. Okay. Because we'll be doing this course Monday to Friday, 2 hours. There won't be any sessions on weekends, that is on Saturdays and Sundays. So approximately, say, you can count it like that, 60 hours, or if you are going Monday to Friday and then max 6 weeks. But for some unknown circumstances or some holidays, we can skip the class. Okay, I will inform you in the group that we are not having the session today because I'm into CCI security also. So I have to focus there also. So many times it becomes difficult to give time for a particular session at this hour. But don't worry, we'll try to make it regularly, okay, and interesting. So that I want all of you guys, when you go out in the industry, you should appreciate the hard work, the pain that I've taken by Octa Networks for giving you this course. And I want your support also. Okay. I want you to be active in this course. Okay. Because I have noticed when you get things free, you don't care for those things. But please let me tell you, we are not going to compromise in the quality. We are not going to compromise in anything. And we are going to deliver this whole CCNP security module with complete theory and practical knowledge. Okay. Now, If you can see so the first question was, how many modules we are going to cover? So I answered your queries that we are going to cover 2 modules, core and VPN. It's a combined course of CCNP security. Marketing guys or the sales guys will share you with the outline of the course. The session will be conducted from Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time to 7 p.m. There won't be any weekend batches for now. That is Saturday and Sunday. There will be off. Regarding recordings, PDF, everything we'll let you know in the group. No worries. Today is your first day. Okay. So let me tell you guys, be attentive, don't skip your lectures. And in worst case, suppose if you skip the lectures, don't ask me to repeat the lecture. I am totally busy with my schedule. So don't tell in the group or don't ask in the group, can we have a session in the early morning, Saturday or Sunday? No, there won't be any one-to-one session. All the sessions will be in the group only at a fixed time. There is a chance that in worst case, if some circumstances come, then we'll be having no sessions. Okay. So let's start, guys. Okay. All of you, can you see the screen? Can you see my screen? All of you, can you see my screen? Message me. Okay. Okay, good. So now we are good to go. This is your first day. Now, before starting my session, let me tell you who are we. Octa Networks is a leading institution for IT network training in the country. We are having locations or office in Mumbai, Andheri. We actually provide training across multiple Cisco system, security, collaboration, routing switching. Earlier it was routing switching, now it is enterprise, data center, wireless, service provider. The labs are fully equipped, or you can say equipped with the latest state of art technology. And you won't believe, we have rack rental services also. We give racks on rents, especially CCI racks. We have CCNA, CCNP racks. Physical devices are there. Spend such a lot of money on these physical devices just to make sure our students get ample of practice on the physical devices. No doubt, we have simulators also. You can practice on simulators also, but we want our students to get the feeling of operating those devices, okay, rather than simulators. But yes, for your personal practice, you can have a setup of your own EVNG or packet tracer, and you can practice. We can provide you with the images also, QCOW images for EVNG. Okay. So let's start. Already we started. So I hope the introduction I gave you about Octa Networks, that we really care for our students and we provide quality training. Okay. Now about myself, I'm your trainer, Mr. or you can say Munawar S. Khan. It's my name. Myself is having experience of 20 plus years of experience in networking. I used to work as a network engineer, having a field experience also from other various companies. As a network engineer, I always started, I started my work from like level 1, connecting devices, rack mounting, all those stuff. Like initially when you start your career, you always do these things, going at ground level and working. This is really helpful because somebody makes you a manager, IT manager in the beginning of your career. Don't take that post just for money or the fame. Don't take that post because you'll be like struggling later on for understanding the ground level truth. So I started my career as a level 1 engineer, part and parcel of many projects like designing. I used to be part of designing projects, implementing, monitoring, troubleshooting networks. Because see, once you build the network, or nobody is going to wait for you to build the networks. The network is already ready, established. Unless you have some turnkey projects or some fresh networks that you have to build, that's a different story. So when the setup is ready and the infrastructure is ready, the network is ready, and if it is working smoothly, your job is to monitor that network. Your job is to see that every day the network works fine. No issues. Okay. And if there is an issue, then you have to troubleshoot the issues, troubleshoot the problems, and you have to resolve it. And that is really interesting. Okay. Later on, I found out that, I'm good at explaining things because see, becoming a trainer, or like, I know that you guys are also experienced. Many guys must be experienced, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years experience, or some guys might be freshers. So when you understand things, it is very important to make the other guy understand those things. You might be knowing the technology very well, but you have to make the other guy understand that. And that is, art, or you can say sometime we call it, it's a gift from God. So I noticed that I can explain things very well. I can speak, I can stand on the stage and speak. Right. The vocabulary, you can say. So then I started teaching part-time, and then finally I took this as a full-time job and started training in-house batches. Earlier, we used to have people walking into the institute, sitting in front of you. You have to take a marker and you have to explain them on the board. So we used to stand for 4 hours and explain things on the whiteboard. Now the things have changed. After COVID, people don't travel, people sit at home, relax. Many times I have seen people sitting topless in short and listening to my lecture. But earlier, I remember we used to have students wearing nice dresses, decent dresses, coming and sitting in front of you and giving some good expressions. Some people used to sleep also. Some people used to be very attentive, giving good expression, positive expressions like that. So those days are gone. But anyway, I have taken many national, that is in India, and then international trainings also, corporate trainings. I've done a lot of seminars, college seminars, explaining the freshers or students about security, explaining them about the advanced networking, all those stuff. I myself also did certification. So these are my Cisco certification, where I started my career with routing switching. Now it is called as enterprise. Then I did my security part also, because after some time, you feel like you should grow. You should also jump into some other technology. So security was my choice. But then again, I found out that I cannot get stuck to security. Then I started my collaboration, that is voice over IP. So I am aware with these technologies. Another vendor, Checkpoint, already know about Palo Alto also. So I also know other vendors' firewalls. Because see, once you understand firewall, earlier I used to get questions, sir, if I'm doing Cisco firewall, that is say ASA or FTD, NGIPS, whatever. Will I get a job? Because the other company is asking me that, no, we don't have Cisco products. We are having Checkpoint or we are having Palo Alto. So I always tell my students that be confident. Always tell the interviewer that, yes, you recruit me. I will give you the result. I will operate your firewall, or I will make your firewall work within, say, 10 days or 15 days. Because see, once you understand the concept, like it's like, the security guard of my building and the another, like, office building security guard, they are almost same. Like, they are already doing their job of security. Nothing changed. Yes, there is a difference between the quality. Like if I tell you there are celebrities staying in Mumbai, because India is famous for film industry. We are Bollywood. So if one of the celebrities having his own security or bodyguards, the quality of these security guys will be different. Like they might be expert in martial art, gunning down some threats, or they might handle a situation where, too much crowd attacking or gathering and the celebrities got stuck. So they are aware of all those situations. You won't believe my security, my building security is also a very good security, but less paid. So many times if I go in the night time, enter my building, I notice he's sleeping. Why? Because he say I am doing day shift also and night shift also. So many times if he is doing night shift, he's sleeping, or day shift, he's sleeping. So the quality, and many times he's out taking care of some household marketing, like, some tenants ask him to go and buy some milk product or food. So many times he is away from the gate. It's okay, because he's paid less, so he earned the money from other side, and this security is a little bit weak security. But it's okay, because until unless something happens worse, like, a murder or theft, nobody cares. It's okay. But some security guards are very attentive, qualified, martial art fellow, might be ex-military man, like that. So it depends how you appoint. Okay. So now firewalls are almost, of all the companies are same, no doubt. Every company says, okay, this is my firewall with these features, this is my firewall. But at the end of the day, they are all giving you security. So it becomes easy when you do one firewall, the concept like DSCP concept, NAT concept, policy concept, and URL filtering concept. Okay. Botnet filtering, DOS attack, all these features that this firewall carry is almost same. Possible that this security or this firewall might be doing a little bit here and there new things. That is why they become famous. But you see, other than Checkpoint, Palo Alto, and Cisco, there are companies who are also manufacturing firewalls and they are not famous. Okay. But they are being used widely by the vendors because they are cheap. Okay. But Cisco gives you a proper course, a proper theory and practical training. Okay. So Cisco has become very famous in the market because they have a proper way of making you understand this product. Okay. And we are delivering Cisco courses. So we know that how popular is Cisco and how Cisco give after sales service also, how the products are stable. So once you know the Cisco product, once you understand the concept of firewall, you can go and operate other firewalls also easily. Not a big change. And you will definitely, as an intelligent person, you will definitely try to look into other products also. Okay. So definitely, I also started looking into other products, other firewalls also, and I found it interesting. Some are purely command line, like say 10 years back when I was operating firewall, like Pix firewall or something, it was purely CLI based. The GUI of this firewall was very not attractive, or you can say it was not good. But in case of, if you compare with Checkpoint firewall, Checkpoint was very good, attractive in, or you can say easy to operate, graphic user interface, GUI based, less in CLI. So there was a cutthroat competition between Cisco and Checkpoint in those days. Cisco was telling we are good in CLI. Checkpoint is telling we are good in GUI. And they were fighting with each other or to capture the market, but then we used to enjoy both. Like I used to enjoy both, CLI also and GUI also. Later on, Cisco overcome with this problem and he started making good GUI. So now today, if you see, ASA is having ASDM, Adaptive Security Device Manager, through which you can configure your ASA easily and fast also. Checkpoint was not having hardware devices. It was purely software based operating. He used to depend on the operating system. But then later on, they also came out with the boxes. So I'm just trying to tell you that it is not necessary that if you learn Cisco, then you stick to Cisco only. You can operate other firewalls also at the same time. You can understand. So it becomes important that first you understand the concept. You understand the topic which are not Cisco based or proprietary. Like DSCP is not a Cisco proprietary topic. So it's a topic where you create a DSCP server and ask the clients to fetch the IP address and they'll be getting the IP address. It is a boon for network engineers. So you see, ATM is good, no? If I tell you ATM, anytime money, it's good because now we don't have to go to banks to withdraw money. I remember I want to take out 100 rupee also from my account. I used to be in a queue for 2 hours to remove 100 rupees. Many times I used to feel shame also. I'm standing 2 hours for removing only 100 rupee. Or you can say $1. Now I am having ATMs where I can withdraw the money. No doubt, I won't withdraw $1. There is a minimum of 500 rupees or 1000 rupees. That is, say, $20 or $15. But at least there is a flexibility, there is a availability that every corner you can go and take out money. But now all this availability can be manipulated. Somebody might misuse of these ATMs. Somebody might do man in the middle attack. Somebody might rob your money through these ATMs. So now that is bad. So it is very important that you understand you are coming into a security zone, you are doing a security course. So please try to understand that there are many and many threats or security threats are coming in. Why? Because poverty, people are jobless, crime increases. And now people don't go into your houses and rob your houses. Those days are gone, where people used to rob your houses. I remember people used to break the houses and take away the television set. You won't believe the television set used to be 15 to 20 kgs heavy, and they are carrying that television set and running. And if they are caught, they are gone. Now they don't run with this television set or refrigerators or something like that. They run with, or they are not running anywhere. They are just sitting at home and they are robbing things. They are getting the money. So as the network grows, so I told you in the beginning only, if you don't know about CCNA, go back and learn CCNA, because if you don't know networks, how are you going to provide security, man? No doubt, I can understand this is a free training. You are having a likeness for security, but please, you have to understand the infrastructure. You have to understand the routing protocols. You have to understand why there is a NAT being configured on the routers, why DHCP is configured on the routers, what is the meaning of accessness, why it is called a filtering or packet filtering tool. What is the role of the routers? Why switches are called a centralized device, or why switches are being used in the network? What are the different type of networks you can do? Like how you're going to create a network, how you're going to make virtual LANs, how you're going to separate your domains. If you are aware of those things, then only you will be able to understand firewall and the concept of the firewall and the different topics. Clear, guys? Okay, it's today is like a warm-up lecture, or you can say introduction to security. I know people like practical things, but first you have to understand theory. If you understand theory, then only you will be able to implement practically. Okay. So before implementing security, you have to understand the threats. I told you my security guard is paid less because the threats involved in the premises, the building premises where I stay is very less. Nobody comes in. But if I'm a celebrity and I'm staying in a bungalow there and I'm having a lot of money, I'm having a lot of valuables in my house, then I have to see that what kind of security I'm building. I have monitoring system, camera system, Z security, whatever, Y security, Z security, commandos, guns, everything. I have to provide them. Security, or you can say the threats varies and they are increasing. Because as the network grows, as the technology advances, the term, you're going online every time for taking out money, for transferring money, for paying bills. Because if I'm standing in a queue with some money and one bill, there is only a chance that somebody might rob you with that money. Somebody might take your money and run away. But the person will take a lot of risks by just pulling down your money and running, because there will be a crowd running after you and they'll kill you. But now what happens? You pay your bills online. So nobody is going to run with the money. They will hack into the system. They will do man in the middle attack and they will rob your money. Everything is done automatic. So you become tech savvy now. So every hour, they said, a new threat emerges. You never know, no? Because these guys are like God gifted. Like, you know, I told you in the beginning, some guys are good singers, actors. So these guys are also God gifted. They have, or they might have misused their talent. They are good in networking, they are good in programming, and they are misusing their programming skills in some other way. Like they are building phishing websites, they are doing social engineering and lot of other attacks to gain money, easy money. Somebody might do it for fun also. I remember when I used to, go in school, there was a guy who used to come with us, to school. Like, we used to walk from my house. We used to walk, say, 20-30 minutes towards school. That time, it was like, luxurious product to travel in bus or school bus or taxi or something like that. We used to walk to school for a good health also. So I remember that this guy, while coming home or while going to school, he used to kick bikes with the leg. Somebody parked their bike. So these guys to just kick it and see that the bike fell down. So we were like surprised. Why you're doing this, man? What's the fun? Why you're kicking those bikes? So he says, no, I just enjoy. He just enjoy kicking those bikes. So this is some kind of behavior for fun. So some people might hack into your network or might rob you just for fun, not because they want the money seriously. Because you see, there was a case where people doing shoplifting, and you won't believe those shoplifting guys or ladies were from rich families. They can easily buy those products, but still they are doing shoplifting. So many times you see the husband of these ladies, like, these wives, used to tell the mall or tell the shops that if she lifts some product, don't catch him, don't give it to police. I will pay you, and not only the price, I will pay you extra also. Let her shoplift, because that is, she's doing it for, I don't know, for personal satisfaction. She's having a lot of money. Husband is having a lot of money, super rich guy, but she's doing this shoplifting for some kind of mental illness or fun. So there are people who are doing these kind of activities. So you have to be very careful. The shop has to be very careful. They can't allow them to do all these things for fun. He will be a loser then. So you see, it is not the poor who rob the money. It is the rich guys also rob the money. And there are major cases where rich guys rob the money, not the poor guys. Poor guy always think of working hard and getting the money. It is the rich guy who want the money directly, because they are used to those kind of money every month, every time, their expenses. So they always try to rob things. No doubt we are looking into the layman example, but see, we are providing security to networks, but ultimately these networks might be a bank network, a finance company's network. So these talented hackers might be gray hat guys, black hat guys, I don't know. There are category of hackers also. Super talented people. They are good programmers. They are good networking guys. They are good security guys. They are wireless guys. you try to stop them, they'll come out with new ideas. So here the question is, always they are ahead from you. You build a security, you try to stop them, they'll go with new ideas. So every hour a new threat emerges, and the companies are battling to mitigate, to stop such kind of malicious, infected attacks. Everything is now technology, everything is now online. Many times you see the manufacturer of the product tells you that my product is a strong product, not vulnerable. I don't know about now, but earlier people used to talk about operating systems. Whatever operating system we are using now are vulnerable. We don't know. We are many times, see, major of the crowd is a non-technical people, no? They just open their browser and start browsing. They don't know what is happening behind. Still people don't know what is IP addressing. From where they get internet. They are using. Everyone is using now mobile. Everyone is using internet. How their data is getting synced to the cloud. How their information is available to companies. You think of like, last time I was reading one joke. So he said, I was searching for a table. I was searching for a table. And when I purchased the table, they started giving me ad for a rope and a ceiling fan. So what they want me to do suicide or what? Just because I bought a table doesn't mean I will buy a rope and a ceiling fan. But they're just putting an ad. See how they came to know that I was interested in table. But what the hell is this, man? They're giving me ad for a rope and ceiling fan. That means they want me to do suicide or what? There is a chance that if I'm buying a table, there is a chance some people might do it for buying it for suicide. But it is strange. These guys are just continuously watching me what I'm doing. So yes, they are watching you. They are looking at your searches, what you are buying, what are you searching on browsers. Everything is being under scrutiny. So you have to be very careful. So guys, we are trying to understand that what is security and why you want security. Security is important, and if there is no proper security, principle followed. Because I remember earlier people were not bothered about their houses. Some people used to keep their doors open and then go for bazaar all. People would take care, neighbors. But now it is not like that. You are staying in an apartment. You have to confirm twice whether you have locked your door or not. And now you won't believe people are having CCTV cameras outside their door, inside their house. Threats are increasing. So it becomes important to secure. So security has become very important. If you don't secure yourself properly, you're going to have losses, financial losses. Okay. Business loss. So your enterprise network, your whole network has to be viewed with a different perspectives. Because when you go and buy a apartment in a big tower, you will see a lot of facilities coming with that. Immediately people ask, what is the maintenance charges every month for this flat or for this apartment? He will tell you half of your salary might you spend on your maintenance. Possible, huh? Why? Because you have a lift facility, you have a security on gate, you have a security in your building, you have a security on the floor, you have cameras all over, you have a garden, you have a video phone facility, you have a confirming facility. If my courier boy comes in, he calls me, sir, this guy is telling I'm your there is a courier for you, are you approving it? I say, okay, I just ordered something from Mintra or from the online website. So he say, okay, I will send him. Everything is tracked now. Security. So always remember, when it comes to network or when it comes to security, first you have to build the network. First you have to make a good infrastructure. If you are having vulnerabilities in your networks, okay. So always there is a term called threats. A threat is a potential danger to an asset. It's the potential for an attacker to take advantage. Because see, I have noticed like many times people telling me, I'm like, I don't know why I am like that. I said, what happened, man? Why you're telling me like that? He says, boss, people take advantage of me. I said, how come? How they take advantage of you? No, because I always believe people, without thinking. I always trust them. So what happened? No, I believe this guy, and then he told me, you give me a loan of say $5,000, and then I gave him. Now he's not picking up my calls. So this is my vulnerability. This is my weakness. What is my weakness? I trust a person without anything, and I just believe him. No, this guy is a good guy. So when he started asking money, I gave him. I never asked why you want money, when you're going to return my money. And then finally he's like, gone. He's not picking my phone. Just because I trusted him. So this is my weakness, that I trust people easily. So always remember, whenever you are building a network, there is a chance that there will be a vulnerability. Might be operating system vulnerability, might be your PC, might be your laptops, might be wireless devices. Possible, physical problems also, like your security guard near the gate. Possible. There can be vulnerability everywhere. Loopholes. So you don't know that your operating system might be having so many vulnerabilities. You never thought of it. Whenever you're accessing anything, your operating system might do a lot of things which you don't know. Hacker knows, because he is super smart. He is knowledgeable than you. You don't know security. He knows security. He knows routing, switching. He knows wireless. He knows collaboration. He knows everything. He's a God-gifted person. Not God. God never gifted him this hacker mentality, but he has become hacker with these other gifts God has given him. God gave him a smart, like he is a good, smart fellow, good brains. But then he is utilizing this in another way. So when I'm telling God gifted, doesn't mean God has asked him to do all those crimes. God has given, your capabilities, like acting capabilities. So you can go and act, man, in the films, in the series, in the plays. But then he is acting in front of human beings, gaining their confidence and looting them. Just now I told you, the guy is telling me I am very weak. I trust people immediately. So the actor might have cried in front of him, boss, I need some money. I am in problem. My son is in hospital. There are people. Say, my son is hospital, he has to go undergo with some surgery. Come on, give me money immediately. And then you start giving him money. There are cases, phone scams. You will get a message from a friend, known person, that he is asking you for some amount, some meager amount, some small amount. He might ask for 100 friends in that group. And all of them without thinking, just because he is your friend, you are not asking him question also, why you want that money. And the amount is also very less. You immediately GPay, immediately give him. But later on you found out that he was not your friend, he was some hacker. He fooled you, he spoofed you. So, like, you can see there is an example of a threat can be disgruntled employees who has been given a warning letter in an organization. Now, disgruntled employees are very dangerous. There are cases where the servants have killed their owners just because they were disgruntled. Owner is harassing them, boss is harassing them, boss is not paying them salary on time, not giving increments. So what happened? If he is not giving increment, he is not giving salary on time, what will happen? He is frustrated, employee. He is disgruntled. And then finally what he does? He kills his boss. Okay. So, disgruntled employees are very dangerous. They might even kill a boss. But yes, it is not always that they will kill a boss. They might try to harm your network. They know the username, they know the passwords. So in IT, what happened? Information technology in networks, what happened? If you are kicking some employee out, better you change the passwords. Because if you go outside and do something to your server, you're gone. He might format your server. You're gone. No doubt, you can have a police complaint. He might get caught also. But what happens, man? He might go jail also. The person lost his life because this disgruntled employee killed him, or this disgruntled employee formatted the server, which was very valuable. So it becomes very important to understand that you might have threat from lot of people. Every day the threats are increasing. Why? Because the world is moving towards, we are facing issues. Like just now you saw Turkey was having this thing. Okay. Because of earthquake, they lost the property, life. So people, what they'll do? Just 1 minute, 1 minute. Hello. Okay, sorry. I was just having some water. All of you, can you hear me? My voice is clear? Yes, good. So try to understand that after threat, whenever I teach VPNs or network security, I'll tell them to always concentrate on these 3 things: data confidentiality, integrity, data availability. Many times they ask you question. While lectures, I will also explain you or also tell you that how you should attempt for an interview, how you should answer certain questions, because you know everything, but then they ask, oh, what is VPN? You'll say virtual private network. Okay. what is the requirement? Why we have VPNs? Why we need VPNs? then you are stuck. Because many times you try to mug up definitions. No, you should always understand things. You can give the answer in your own words. Because when you mug up the definition, you'll always get stuck or you'll forget. Because you have very less time. Somebody will tell you tomorrow is your interview. Please be ready. So over the night, you might not read all the books. 500 pages book. How can you read that? Plus, you have to read about routing switching. You have to read about routers, switches, firewall, NGIPS. How can you read all those stuff in one night? Understand things. So when we talk about network security, when we talk about virtual private, always remember we have to give data confidentiality. The privacy of the data in the network is very important. We never, we don't want our data to get leaked. We don't want our data to be accessed by unauthorized users. We want to protect our data. So suppose if I am writing a love letter to my girlfriend, I don't want that love letter to be read by anyone on the way. On the way means suppose I am doing a courier or I am sending it through post. Remember, earlier we used to never have this email system. Now we have an email system. So if I am in love with a girl, I used to write a letter with my own hand, pack it, and then I used to deliver either myself. But now if I'm delivering, I have to be a very strong man because the girl might kick me out also. So I am going to give it to someone else. But if I give it to someone else, that someone else has to be a trusted person. If he is not a trusted person, what he will do? He will open the letter and read my content. He might laugh. He might make a fun. So, okay, I decided I'm going to write a letter, very beautiful letter, impressive letter, and I will give it to my friend. But then what happened? This friend is a little bit naughty. He let me check what is there in this letter, why it is so secret, why it is smelling so good fragrance, what is there inside it. So he opened the letter in between, between the delivery portion. Like, I'm telling him, please just deliver it to the girl. And he read the letter. So you lost the confidentiality of the data because whatever content was written by me, what was my secret to that girl only. Only that girl should read the secret. And what happened? My friend read that. So I lost the confidentiality of the data because he is reading. Now, the letter was so impressive because I'm a poet. So if I'm a poet, if I'm a good writer, the lines are very impressive, attractive. The girl might get impressed also. So this guy is not that. So this guy is, oh, this is very impressive content, man. Let me edit it. I will remove the name of my friend and I will write my name. The guy who is delivering the letter will write his own name. From so and so. Now what happened? I lost the integrity of the data. Because someone first read the letter, which was very impressive and only meant for the girl. So I lost the confidentiality. And someone did what? He removed my name, edited, and he added his own name. So I lost the integrity. The changes made to the data should only be made by the. See, if I am doing some changes, I should do it now. Why the others should edit it? But then this guy said, oh, this is a very impressive letter and let me impress that girl, same girl, huh? Because he might be also behind her. Now, when I lose the confidentiality because someone is reading, when I lost the integrity of the data, try to understand the term integrity. Availability. I must have written in the last sentence that if you are ready with my love, you please acknowledge me. Stand in the balcony and give a smile. So now what happened? The girl also got impressed and she was smiling. But then I didn't receive any smile because the smile went to another guy. So availability of the data, because when you send, always you like to have an acknowledgement. No, when you send your courier, when you send some data, you always you should have a connection oriented data. That is why you see when you studied CCNA, you learned about TCP and UDP. Connection oriented, connection less, acknowledgement, no acknowledgement, three-way handshake, no handshake, data confirm, confirm. Yes, somebody, you send 2 piece, the other guy received 2 piece. Confirmation. So availability of the data or confirmation of the data, acknowledgement of the data is important. And if you lose all these 3, or these 3 should be maintained in the network. Important. So when we talk about VPN, somebody will say, why you want VPN in the network? I want this 3 to be protected, man. Confidentiality of the data, integrity of the data, availability of the data. Replay attacks. I want anti-replay. So one guy comes and tells you, boss, hire me. I said, who are you, man? He said, boss, I am IPsec. I am IPsec VPN. I will give you. So now this is the definition. Virtual private network. One guy IPsec say, I will give you confidentiality of the data. I will give you integrity of the data. I will give you availability of the data. I will give you anti-replay. Hire me, man. Hire me means configure me. I am IPsec. So you configure VPN for what? For doing this only. So VPN is what? VPN is what? Nothing. It's a service. VPN is what? A service offering you. What is offering you? Secure, reliable connectivity. Okay, good. So VPN is what? A service offering you secure, reliable connectivity over a shared infrastructure. What is shared infrastructure? Internet. Simple. And why shared infrastructure? Why you want VPN on the shared? Because it is vulnerable. Hundreds and thousands and millions of people are there on internet. It is not shared. It is not safe. It is shared, man. So when I go in a public transport, there is a chance that I have to secure my bags. I have to keep my bags with me only. I cannot keep my bags somewhere else, another compartment. I am traveling in X compartment. I am keeping my bags in the Y compartment. Somebody will rob me, man. Why? Because it is a shared area. It is a public transport. So people who travel in the public transport, they always, you see, they're holding their bags like that on the chest and sitting. Even ladies holding their purse. They never keep their purse on the seat because it's valuable. Somebody might rob it. Like that. I'm just telling you, you have to understand these 3 basic concepts in the network security. We are not here to give you building security. We are here to learn network security. We are here to learn how we are going to safeguard our infrastructure, safeguard our networks, how we are going to make this network work smoothly without any threats, without any vulnerabilities, without any problems. We don't want potential losses. We don't want our business losses. We want to protect our networks. Okay. So there are chances that some people might do this for fun. Like we call this term called script kiddies. No, newcomers. Many times these newcomers disturb your network. But they are confused also. They don't know what to do. When they hack into your network, they don't know what to do. Because they are all freshers. They are doing it to test their knowledge. They are called script kiddies. Okay. So vulnerability, try to understand why your network is facing such issues of security, because vulnerability is there. It is a weakness of the system, data, or any application. Okay. It can be due to result of a malicious attack, failure of a policy, weakness of the system. An exploit refers to a piece of software. Sometimes you might have an exploit in your system. Okay. So try to understand, if you really want to protect your network, you have to see that what kind of vulnerabilities you are having, what kind of network you are having, how you have built your network. And definitely, if you are building your network today, you have to make sure which applications you are using. Okay. Whether these applications are secure or not, safe or not, because there are different type of attacks that take place. That one of the famous attacks that take place is DOS attack. Now, again, this is a very common attack. Denial of service attack. Now, you must be thinking, what is DOS attack? Technically, it is very this thing, that you deny a service to authorized user. That's all. I just want to give you one small example. When I was in college, I used to work for an electronics company, and there was a man who was, who came to the showroom and he was asking, what is the price of this air condition? What is the price of this television? What is the price of this washing machine? I am interested in all. So the salesperson was very happy. Today I got a very good customer. So I just watching the salesperson. He was very happy. I was a representative of a television company. I used to just monitor whether my products are getting sold or not by the company or the showroom. So I used to just sit in I used to stand in the corner and watch what is happening. Company told me, keep a watch. This distributors or showroom owners are like always sell the product which are popular. They don't sell the products which are good and giving good. They always sell the product which are giving good commission. I saw this guy busy with this rich guy, white collar guy. And one poor guy came with a small plastic bag. You won't believe, a poor guy wearing slippers, simple shirt, plastic bag. And he told me that he's looking for refrigerator, washing machine, television. 3 items, very costly. I said, the sales guy is busy right now. Just wait for 5 minutes. He will come and show you. I told the salesperson, Anthony, he was Anthony. Anthony, there is a guy there looking for all these things. He said, man, looking at that person, it seems to be a poor guy. He won't buy anything. I don't want to waste my time with him. I'm busy with this client. He told me. He spent 30 minutes with that rich client and finally he didn't took anything and he went away. He was just doing what? DOS. Denial of service. Making this Anthony busy with the queries. I want AC, but he was doing what? Time pass. He was enjoying the air condition because it was a summer season. Showroom was having a chilled AC. This was a lunch time for him. He thought of doing what? Window shopping. And the poor guy, he was waiting, and then he left. You won't believe this poor guy. So after finishing this, we went for a sandwich, lunchtime. We went there and we saw this poor guy bought this 3 items from another showroom. He was loading that in that transport. So Anthony was like, oh my God, I lost a customer with such a good customer, man. I just ignored him. What is this lesson? DOS attack. This rich guy fooled him, make him busy. Because he was not able to attend that poor guy, he lost the important customer. And he fooled him. And he said, okay, I'm coming tomorrow now. I was just finding out this. So there is a case, man. Okay. So there is a case, then people fool you. So this is a denial of service attack, where attempt to make a computer or network resource unavailable for the intended use. It will consume all the critical resources. Okay. Let me check some of the chats. Yes. Franker, when we start the topic, we always start with basic. We cannot jump it with advanced. And learning attacks is not basic or advanced. Remember that. And if you are so expert, please, you can leave the session, because if you know the basic, you can join in advance. Okay. Franker. So guys, if you think it is a basic, if you are learning firewall, you should understand first the threats. You should know the term vulnerability. If you are experienced person, that you should not attend CCNP, you should go for CCIE, security. Okay. So please don't try to put all those questions in the chat. Always when the lecture start, it start with the basic. It is a warm-up. You cannot just go and in the gym and lift something which is 100 kg. You have to start with warm-up first. Okay. So try to understand, guys, before going for advanced thinking topics, you have to understand first basic. Franker, I hope you understood the difference between basic and advanced. Okay. So Vivek answered Franker that the first two chapters are basic. See, guys, basic this is like, you have to understand first. Okay. Like IP addressing in firewall, basic IP addressing, how to configure a firewall. Advanced VPN, how to configure VPN, site-to-site VPN, like that. So always we will start, everything has to start from basic. The first day we cannot start with advanced, because in the crowd, there are people who are new for security. They don't know what is the meaning of security. They don't know the term vulnerability. They don't know the term DOS attack, DDoS attack. So I have to start from basic. So guys, please, let me want to clear one thing. Okay. I have an experience of teaching in this field, and I have my own way of teaching. Okay. With examples. So let me decide the flow. Let me decide the topics. You guys have to attend the lectures. If you have any doubt regarding any topic, you can ask. Okay. Regarding labs, which labs you want to know? For every topic, we'll be having a lab. When the right time comes, I will show you the lab. Okay. No worries. So let's continue, guys. Still we have time. When we talk about attacks are done by some hackers. Okay. Sometimes ethical hackers are referred to as white hat hackers. Why the term ethical is there? Because these guys are doing attacks for some, they are ethical. They are ethical. They do things for the good. They are not unethical hackers. So yes, if I really want to enter into some network and find out what is the vulnerability, that means I am doing some ethical things. People know about that I am doing that. Like many times you see police people, they enter into your system, or police people, they tap your phone calls to find out the illegal activities. Clear? These kind of activities are considered as ethical. They are legitimate. They are doing this hacking for legitimate purpose, good purpose. That is why they are called white hat hackers. This individual perform ethical hacking to help secure companies and organizations. Their belief is that you must examine your network in the same manner as criminal hacker to better understand its vulnerability. Black hat hackers. These individuals perform illegal activities such as organized crime. So there is a category of hackers, guys. White hat hackers are ethical, doing things for ethical purpose, legitimate, to find out some crime, to find out criminals. They do this hacking. Black hat hackers, these individuals perform illegal activities such as organized crime. Now remember, when I talk about script kiddies, I don't fear for these script kiddies because I know that if these guys attack also, there will be less harm to my network. The harm to my network will be less. Why? Because they are all newcomers. They won't be able to do things in a better way. They are just newcomers. So the loss is less. When I talk about experts, okay, these experts are, or you can say when I talk about organized crime, in this there is a goal. They set a goal that yes, they want to achieve this. And here they always use paid tools. Paid tools means for doing hacking, you have tools available on the internet, and these tools are all paid. Like for example, I want to crack a password of one of the software or one of the file. So in that case, I can go for a free software also. But free software is having a limitation. Free software will tell, no, I can crack only 3 or 4 characters password. That's all. But suppose if you're having alphanumeric, case sensitive, special character password, then no, you have to buy the tool. So these hackers are actually doing for some goals. They are doing this organized crime. And here the achievement is valued in terms of money. It is not for fun. So they will pay. Some company might sponsor them. Some terrorist organization or some companies in order to make their competitors bankrupt, they might do it purposely. They will pay these hackers to do all those stuff. And in that particular situation, what will happen? These people will be spending money to achieve this goal. They might buy paid tools. They are programmers. They can even design their own program to achieve this. So these hackers or these kind of people are very dangerous. Here I have to fear. Here I can't take chance. Because here, definitely, this is an organized crime. You must have seen a lot of movies where Ocean 11 and Ocean so and so, you see, they plan attack or they plan this robbery and they do the money heist, latest one. You see how the planning is taking. And it is deadly. Deadly means loss, 100% loss. Everything is smartly moved. Experts are being used. Some are locker experts, some are password experts, some are other field experts are being used in this organized crime. So these kind of hackers are very dangerous. They are called black hat hackers, gray hat hackers. This individual usually follow the law, but sometimes venture over the darker side of the black hat. Many times you see people working as a white collar job, and then sometimes they get lucrative offers from some criminals, and then they start doing things. So in short, there are categories of hackers who try to do things in an organized way, and they are being named with this. Okay. Many times you see the attack never take place in the beginning. This is a kind of a passive attack. That means, like, I want to do an attack of a bungalow. I want to rob this bungalow. Some celebrity bungalow is there. But now I don't know how many guards are there in this bungalow or how many people are staying in this bungalow. So what I'll do? I will always go around that bungalow and try to find out how many security guards are there. So one day what I did, I just took a stone and just hit the window, glass window. So what happened? There was a big loud noise of the glass breaking. And then I hide myself under bushes or near the wall. What was my purpose? I wanted to see how many people are staying in that bungalow. So what happened? Nobody came out. After breaking the glass of the window, nobody turned out. So what is the meaning of this? Nobody staying inside. But then in second case, I saw 10 people coming out. In fact, 5 of them was holding guns also. So I knew that this bungalow is equipped with some alarm system. There are security guards also inside that bungalow which are carrying automatic guns, and they came out. So I have collected one information. We call this kind of attack as reconnaissance attack. Reconnaissance attack means an attack where you normally don't go inside and take things or rob things. I'm just gathering information. I'm just collecting information. Okay. So collecting information is also one type of attack. And that is called what? Reconnaissance attack. The attacker is considered to be in a learning or monitoring state to understand the details about, like, some people are asking, and you go in a public transport, traveling in a train. What is your name? Oh, what is your age? Can you give me your phone number? Which company you are working? So, this guy is trying to take out information, personal information, which is very important. First name, last name, phone number, email ID, phone number, your job profile. Why you should share this information with an unknown person? It is a crucial information. It is an important information. So many times you don't, but then what happens? This guy won't ask you directly. Otherwise, you'll kick him out. He will be friendly. He might offer you cold drink. He might offer you some food. Try to be friendly. And then, you look very, man, very smart. You are very good. Like that. He will try to bluff things. He will try to make a fool of you. He is gathering information. So never share information. You won't believe, you go to mall and the beautiful girl comes in front of you and say, "Sir, lucky draw." I don't understand. Who is going to give me lucky draw? Just fill this form. What is there in this form? Your name, address, phone number. And then you see the questions are, you have a bike or a car? You say no bike. Okay. Then she'll say, what is your mobile number, email ID, wife's name, spouse name, address? Why you are filling all this information? Lucky draw. Where is the lucky draw? When you are going to get lucky draw? You gave all this information. She is going to sell this information to 1,000 people. And then next day you get a call. Sir, you are having a motorbike. Please, we will be offering you car loan. How they know that you don't have car? This girl started selling the information to people, man. So this is recognize an attack where somebody is trying to gather this information. You gave all your email ID and everything except password. You gave everything. They will crack the password, man. So try to understand there are certain things which are also termed as attack, but these attacks are not a direct attack. They are not active. They are passive attacks. In these attacks, what happened? The person is trying to steal the information that can be used later on for an attack. Clear, guys? So, have any queries about today's session? I hope you liked the session we did. I hope you like the session. I hope the way I explain things. No doubt, this is a basic lecture. This is a warm-up lecture. Okay. It's the first lecture. Later on, we will be doing things in advance also. So Piyush says, yes, Vivek. Guys, please give your feedbacks. Okay. I feel good when somebody, okay. So Adnan said, great. Yes. So I try to explain you the basic things like, why this attack take place. No doubt we'll be continuing tomorrow again with other topics also. Okay. Thank you, Piyush. Okay. So guys, there is a chance that apart from recording, there is a chance that